Hello there everyone, I'm Christina, and in today's video we're going to be visiting one of the hobby shops, and this one is in Roskilde. So I've been wanting to visit one of these ever since I once started crocheting, 2 discovered Hobbii online, and then 3 discovered that they actually have physical stores in Denmark. So I wanted to, one of the times I went home to visit my family, actually try and get to one, and this is kind of the most accessible one to where my family lives, so this is the one where we ended up, and I'm really happy about that. It actually worked out and we managed to get there, because like I said, I've really been wanting to try and go to an actual physical shop from them, because I like using online. I prefer usually shopping online anyway, but sometimes it is nice to be able to see and feel things in real life, because obviously you're not going to get all that impression online. So for instance, you're not going to get to know how soft something is unless you actually touch it and feel it in real life. So, and also it can look a little bit different sometimes on pictures, on a screen, rather than in real life. Anyway, getting back to the experience of this shop. So as soon as you walk in, you can see a couple of the aisles pretty clearly, and straight away my eyes are catching that. Ooh, I like that color. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, I like the look of that. Basically, when there's color around, my brain just goes ooh ooh and gets distracted all the time, because I just love color. And honestly, it just looks really nice how they've got all of it organized and stored and everything. So that definitely is a really nice experience, and honestly kind of inspiring to maybe organize some things at home. But yeah, that was the first impression. Really lovely, and basically just want to jump straight in and look at all of it. So as you can see, I keep picking up that color and that color, and oh, that looks nice, I like the look of that. And all these big rolls or cakes as they're called, I definitely could have got several of those and tried them out, because there's a lot of the colorways that I just really love the look of. Also especially bright ones. I do love all colors, but bright ones tend to really jump out at me and attract me. So they also, on top of a lot of the shelving, have kind of example pieces made up, so I think that was really nice. So first of all, you could see what you could make with some of the yarn, but also actually see some of it worked up and how it could end up looking. And of course there's going to be patterns you can get for those things as well, both in the shop but also online. So first impressions, I was enjoying it straight away, and this one is really beautiful. This just reminds me of a really beautiful sunset or sunrise or something. I really like that, and I could have absolutely got that one. I didn't. I did get a few things which we'll have a look at, but I definitely could have got some of those cakes, that's for sure. They also have several pieces finished, so clothing items and stuff like that, to kind of, I guess, give you inspiration, but also, like again I said, show you how it could work up, because it can give you a much different impression than just looking at a ball of yarn and kind of try and imagine it. It's not quite the same as seeing it in real life, but again, here it's like a rainbow of colors, and it's just, I really like that. It's just lovely. So they also have it quite nicely organized actually into sections of the different types of yarn, so it's kind of, once you realize where things are, quite easy if you're looking for something specific to go specifically to that area of the store and just look for that. So that's also pretty nice. So if you're just looking for wool, that's in that area. If you're looking for acrylic, that's in that area, and that kind of thing. So that was actually very nice as well. Again, just very organized. Same with the colors, and very appealing looking. So I'm very impressed with that. And then, like I said, in this corner here, there's a few shawls actually made up and really lovely looking, again as inspiration, or just to see how a specific yarn works up into a garment or something. Otherwise, in this little corner kind of at the back, there's the chenille yarns, which I love using there, especially the honey bunny, but also the other ones that they have. I think they're all really good, and this is the sparkly one in particular, but that is in this little corner. And here is also something else that I was actually looking for, that I was very curious about. So the honey bunny, but the big ones, I really love that too. That spotted pattern one, not sure what I would use it for, but I really like it. Anyway, the honey bunny big, I think it's called, because I have some of my plushes that I made with my own patterns I made using the honey bunny, but I'm just picturing using the big same pattern, but then thinking how big it would end up getting, and I just really want to try that. So I might have got a few of those for a specific pattern that I have, a cow. So that is definitely something I will be doing and probably updating on in the future. So this is the big, you can just see how big they are compared to the regular Honey Bunny skeins of yarn. This is next to my head. It's pretty much the size of my head. It's like, yep, and that's me adding some to the basket. Just figuring out what colors I needed. It's a cow, so just black, white, and some pink for the muzzle. I think that's it anyway. So I got a few of those. And we're walking up a different aisle. I think this one is the wool and stuff, yes. So like I said, it's really nicely organized. So if you're looking for wool, it's literally this aisle you want to be looking at, which isn't really my thing. I'm not really a wool person, but I'm also not against any specific type of yarn. I just like yarn in general. And it all has its place, I think. But by the way, one thing I did notice as well in the shop, they seem to have a lot more offers or sales that I didn't see online, or better offers. So that is also one reason why I ended up getting the Honey Bunny big, because it was cheaper than I'd seen it online. So I don't know if that's a regular thing, because online they do have good sales and pretty regular from what I've noticed, but in the shop it seemed like they kind of had almost even better deals, at least on and off some of the time. I know the Honey Bunny big ones definitely were a better price than I've seen online, so another reason why I got some of them in the shop. So yeah, that is definitely another reason to go to the actual physical shop, I guess. Again, some of the cakes, I really like the look of some of those cakes. I definitely gotta get some of them at some point. Just that graduation between the colors, it just looks so beautiful in a piece, whether it's a shawl or a top or anything really. Definitely just get loads of these different colors. It would be hard for me to just choose one. I know that I'd want to get quite a few different of them, but anyway, that's for the future. I'm sure I'll get there. Unfortunately we can't do it all at once, can we, even though we want to. So yeah, there's some more little baskets. I think it's I'm not sure if this is the ribbon yarn they have. I think that's their kind of version of t-shirt yarn, which I also would like to get some of and try some of at some point. So it's another one on the list, I guess. But moving on, this is a chunky wool. Like I said, I'm not really a wool person, not as of yet anyway. Never really liked the feeling of wool on my skin, but everything has its place, like I said. But anyway, moving on the other side of this aisle are some other things that I was quite intrigued by. So I think they're calling them the universe, I forget the name now. Maybe we can have a little look when we get there. Oh yeah, there's some accessories as well, so obviously hooks and storage for hooks and things like that. Also kind of tempting. You'll see them all out, you're like, ooh, that looks nice, I wouldn't mind that. But of course that stuff adds up as well. Just pointing out that that hook is what I needed for that yarn, that the what's it called, Honey Bunny Big. And these are the ones I was on about. Universe or Universe, I think. I really like the look of these, and I'm picturing like a really nice shawl or something like that with some of these. Just loved most of these colorways. I could have a lot of different ones of these. I did end up getting some of those as well, not that particular color, but a few of the Universe ones, purple of course. But yeah, these are really lovely, and they have like a glitter thread running through it as well. So yeah, I could just get a bunch of almost like little mini cakes. Very beautiful. I think this might have been the one I got, but I don't remember right now. I'll do a haul differently at one point, a different video. And I think that's the bigger version of the Universe. There's like a Universe XL, I think it's called. I think you just get more on the real or cake or whatever you want to call it. I love these colorways, definitely. So yeah, moving on, what else do we have? It can, in a way, it's really overwhelming because you just want to look at it all, but at the same time, I actually feel it's so well organized that it's not that overwhelming, because it's quite easy to go through the whole thing and kind of just take it in a bit at a time. Oh yeah, some of these things on the top shelves, they are so freaking cute and adorable. I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind making that, I wouldn't mind making that. But again, you can't obviously make everything, but there's definitely a lot of really cute stuff. There's going to be more later on as well. That some baby stuff, even though I have no babies, I have no connection to any babies, but I still want to make it because it's freaking adorable. Anyway, we have some more yarn, of course. I'm not sure what this area is. Oh yeah, that's right, the Metallico yarn. I have looked at this online on their page before, and I really like the look of it, but again, it's kind of like, it's hard to see on the website on a screen exactly kind of how it looks, other than obviously having it in real life and feeling it and touching it. And also I think some of the stuff on top was worked up of that yarn, and that obviously actually gets you to have a chance to see what it looks like worked up, because it could look very different than what you just see it on the roll. So I still would like some of that and give it a try at some point, like so many of the other things. Anyway, we have some more accessories, definitely hooks. I did also actually go to the shop to hopefully get a few more of my current favorite hooks. So they are the what are they called, the Addy ones, the swing crochet hooks, which I couldn't find them. They had the brand, but they didn't have those specific hooks that I could find. So we asked, and it's because she said that they don't actually sell them in store because they didn't sell that well, so it's just online. I really want this set as well, the purple one, the chunky ones used with that big honey bunny. But anyway, back to the hooks. So they only sell the swing crochet hooks online, so obviously I didn't realize that beforehand. So I did end up getting some online separately afterwards, but in the shop they didn't have them because they didn't sell that well apparently. Anyway, so we are moving on. This is like some bag bottoms rather, along with accessories and things like that. We have big yarn balls. I think this is acrylic mainly, and definitely I think it could be handy for bigger projects so you don't have to swap yarn skeins so much. That's one thing I find. I have some of their cotton. I'm currently working on a top. The only problem I have with their cotton, I don't remember what it was called. It's not the Everyday Rainbow or something, we'll get to it later on, is that the balls are quite small. I wish they would do the balls in bigger ones basically. Of course it could be factory knots still, but hopefully there wouldn't be, or would be less of it. But I kind of just wish they would do their cotton in bigger skeins or balls, just, you know, for bigger projects and things like that, so you didn't have as many ends to weave in, because I have to go through a lot of balls for the top I'm doing, just because I'm using up a ball and then I attach a new one. So anyway, again, all these colors, I'm just like, oh, this looks so beautiful. This is the ribbon I was talking about. Really like some of this as well. They have some wares in sparkly. This one is with gold. Personally not my favorite. I'm more of a silver person, or rose gold person, or copper. Not so much gold, but it's still very beautiful, and I would definitely want some of this ribbon at some point. Make like a bag or baskets. Like they definitely would have used some of that, some of the items they display on top of some of the shelving units. Of course the purple one, really like that. And some other chunky yarn there, and I think we're slowly making our way towards the cotton. But they actually also have quite a nice range of like accessory things, so things for making bags or findings and stuff like that down here on the back wall. And honestly there was actually a lot more variety of that than I thought there would be. I kind of thought it would mainly just be yarn and of course hooks and things like that, but there were more accessory stuff than I thought there would be, so that was a plus. And we have again some garments hanging there. These ones caught my eye, and I thought some of these, when they kind of twisted up into cakes, they look quite firm, but then when you touch them, when I picked everyone up, it's just, they were so much softer than I expected them to be. So that was always a surprise, and lovely of course. And they have actually some finished pieces, some outfits here, or clothes rather, that you could also buy, but again also just use as inspiration. I really like this little blanket. Obviously the rainbow colours is right up my street. Some really cute amigurumi. I think these are using cotton by the looks of it. And this was here where they had a really cute freaking little blankety type thing, and I think it was a bear or a duck, probably a duck actually, come to think of it. There was like in the center the head of a duck, and then there was a little square blanket attached to it, and it's so freaking cute. But I don't have a baby or access to a baby, as in friends or anything that have any babies, so I have no reason to make it, but it's just so stinking cute that I want to. And I really like some of these. I'm attracted to glitter, so sparkles and glitter, and I'm on it. But they were really interesting as well, and even though I'm not attracted to working with this kind of thing, it's still really pretty, and I wouldn't be against trying working with it at some point in the future. This is what I was talking about, is a duck. Yes, definitely a duck, and it's so freaking adorable. That head, and oh, it's so cute. I mean, how can you not like that? Yeah, I just want to make it for no reason at all other than it's cute. So yeah, more amigurumi, and you could also, like I said, buy patterns there, and there's some books, so it's really anything you can think of. I very much enjoy the shop, and I'm very much hoping next time I go back and visit family we can go again. This is the cotton I was talking about. I was trying to pick out what purple I preferred, because this is where I got the cotton that I'm using for that top. So that's the only problem I have with the cotton, is I wish the balls were bigger, or you could also get bigger balls. Anyway, that was it pretty much. We got a few things. I'll do a separate video for the haul kind of thing, go through that. Have an adorable little cake there. This is the outside window, just having a little look, and I really enjoyed it. I absolutely want to go back, and if you want to see what I got and go through that, then make sure to keep an eye for probably my next video. And otherwise, it was a nice little day out. We went, oh, look at those giraffes, they are so freaking adorable. Seriously, I want to make that again. I don't have any children or anywhere near me, but they are so cute. I would just have them, I would just hang them in my studio. They are, seriously, I need to look for that pattern. Anyway, I'm sorry, getting distracted. Yeah, we had a nice day out in Roskilde, going for the yarn shop, but we also had a little walk around. We got a hot dog, which you'll see in a while. French hot dog, as we call them in Denmark, because to us these are proper hot dogs, not the half open ones, just where the sausage comes out at the end. And that was pretty much it. We then went home again. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.